Don't get me wrong, guys. I love my wise older MGTOW brothers, my red pill brothers, the men that have actually been in the field for years, the men that have gone through life experiences, traumatic events, maybe been through a marriage or two, and share their advice to help us young men and to help us grow as young men, because they're trying to guide us and shepherd us in order to make the right decision so we don't walk astray. But sometimes, and it pains me to see this, I see older men that have had life experiences that are up in age, older than me, saying that they have more wisdom than me simply based on age. And I completely disagree with this. And I completely disagree with this one particular comment. And I believe it's dangerous to leave these types of comments, especially on a young man's channel where other young men go to look for advice, to look for guidance. I'm not saying that I have all the right answers and I know all the ins and outs of life or whatever you think. I'm just giving you my stories and my perspectives, and I'm trying to help everyone on this channel, younger guys that are even older than me. I'm trying to help you guys avoid making the same mistakes I did and other men make, and understand female nature, understand how this society works, understand how you were programmed since the beginning of time. But then I see these Uncle Simps come onto my comment section continually, and they say the cringiest, the most unwise, foolish words and foolish comments that will maybe, possibly lead astray a younger man that doesn't understand the red pill and is coming to it for the first time and scrolls down the comment section and sees, oh, this is an older guy and here is his perspective. Guys, with age, there isn't always wisdom necessarily, okay? And I've learned that the hard way. There's people in my life, my uncles, I'm sure you guys can relate, the Uncle Simp, the Grandpa Simp, the Stepdad Simp. There are people that are older than you, if you're younger, or maybe if you're middle-aged and there's your mom and your dad, and they're simps, okay? And they give horrible advice, even though they're older than us, even though they might have more life on this earth, more experiences. They're coming at these issues, they're coming at our way of thinking in a completely different headspace. And they don't really understand what they're talking about. What I see here though on my channel, when I read comments like this, the one I'm about to share with you guys, really concerns me, because some men out there might potentially read this comment and then think that it's the truth and think that maybe what I'm talking about won't apply to them. Maybe what I'm talking about is just a bunch of BS, and here's this guy that's older than me, and maybe he has better life experiences because he's older than me, and here's this 22-year-old that's giving his advice, but this guy's older, and maybe he's been through more experiences. But I'm telling you guys, with age doesn't necessarily always come wisdom, and we've seen it in our personal lives. You can think about your family, you can think about your friends. So I'm going to read you his comment, and I'm going to let you know my thoughts and opinions. I don't necessarily disagree with everything he says, but for the majority of it, I do disagree, and I think it has the potential to lead someone astray. And I think I see it sometimes where a lot of like old simps come onto my channel and they don't know any better, but they're leaving unnecessary comments that will lead young men astray, potentially. So the video he left this comment on was on my video about how relationships operate in 2020, in which I basically surmised that relationships are transactional, all right? And more so often than not, the women benefit from the man's money, all right? And I said the man gets sex, the women gets money. That was all I said. Now listen to what this man says. I am a male, 70, and have been all around the relationship spectrum. Okay, so he's a 70-year-old man. Different generation, number one. I'm talking about how relationships operate in 2020. That was the title of the video. You are wrong. I should read it like him. You are wrong. Male and feminine. No, I'm just kidding. Male and female relationships are not transactional. They are about offspring. And what young men do not realize is that there is a two-way street. I just said that in the video itself. You cannot have offspring without a woman, okay? But we carry life also, Mr. Simp, Senior Simp, Senior Simpizen. We carry life in our sack. Whether you like that or not, that is what created this world, basically, and all the inventions. Everything that you're using to communicate on the cell phone to type this up to me, that was created by a man, whether you like it or not, Miss Senior Simpizen. So he goes on and says, and she cannot raise them without your support, talking about the children, which goes way, way beyond money. Children get effed up without a father. So get yourself into a position where you can support, and then be very selective about the women that want offspring that you let near you. Why even deal with women right now? Why? In a serious committed relationship, why even deal with it? Why? Why even look for that selective? Sir, you are 7 years old. No offense to my 7-year-old watchers. We're in a completely different generation. Completely different. You guys didn't have social media. You guys didn't have third wave feminism. All right? It's completely, entirely different. So this is the issue I have, because someone will read these types of comments and then they'll formulate an opinion just because this guy's 7 years old. You will take it for fact. Now we're getting into the funny part of this comment. If you got the bucks, it isn't transactional. Real bucks, dummy. And if you got the bucks, you protect them. You use them. Example, prenup. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. A good lawyer and a great lawyer, even just a good lawyer in itself, can actually void a prenup. And this guy doesn't say that here. Why even risk it? Why risk that? Why tell a young man on a young man's channel with other young men watching to risk? First of all, he says, get into a position where you can support. No, we're not going to be, no. On this channel, we are not beta male providers, simp manginas. We will simply not be that. We will simply not cater to a woman. We will simply not work our entire lives, build up a substantial amount of great credit, net worth, have resources, build up a kingdom, and then give that over to a female. That's what this guy is basically saying. Then you can protect yourself with a prenup. Like, that's going to really help. If she has a good lawyer, guys, that prenup doesn't mean nothing. Let's keep reading. But you have a goal with offspring too. Raising them. Your goal is to raise them. He's acting like I'm a deadbeat father. I've never had kids on purpose, intentionally. Perpetual pussy is easy to attain if you have the bucks. So where does this end up? First you get the bucks, then you carefully select from the applications and women that wants to raise children with you. And since you never trust her sorry ass, you put all the barriers in place to protect your kid's money from her future boyfriend. She will respect you for it and blow off said boyfriend. So pull your head out of your behind and make some bucks. Bucks separate you from the other males around you. Why do you think they call the bucks? Guys, this is disgusting advice. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, this is what a beta male would think, okay? First, you get the money, then you get the applications from women, and then you go out and you choose from one of these women and you give her a prenup to protect yourself. No, absolutely not. No, not on this channel. We're not doing that shit. No, we're not. We're not doing that, unfortunately. You, as a man, get your money, keep it for yourself. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, it goes against what society tells you. Yeah, it's against what everything you've been taught growing up. Get your money. It's your money. Why risk it? Why? Men have been burned. This guy even said it himself. Why? Why do that? Especially with third wave feminism, these women are promiscuous, guys. Promiscuous. And it goes both ways. Your woman's promiscuous. Other women are promiscuous. So why be in a long-term relationship? Let her be a thought. Let her do it. Why even tie that down? I just have an issue when guys come onto my channel and like this guy, for example, I'm not going to let it really get to me. I just wanted to bring it up to your guys' attention in case you did see this, or you see other simps that come in, the senior simpizens that try to come in and try to share their knowledge and experience, when in fact they're still simps and they're still blue pill. And they're telling us to get married and sign a prenup and that we're deadbeat fathers, basically. That's what he's saying, even though I don't even have kids. And this video, that video that he commented on, was how relationships operate in 2020. Not 1940, not 1920, 2020, sir. 2020, all right? Different generation, different era, different beast, new caliber of women. They're at an all-time high for being promiscuous. And I can't even explain to this guy because he won't get it. And that's why I tell you guys it's not even worth it really arguing with family, because they won't even understand it, just like this guy. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this guy, what he had to say. Continue to take the red pill, guys. Continue to go your own way. Love you all. Stay blessed.